The plush cream carpets of the Tolliver house screamed money. Too bad about the blood. It clashed. Our introduction to Patrick Jane, the California Bureau of Investigation's not-so-secret weapon, was a study in contrasts. He was calmness personified in a room buzzing with grief, confusion, and cops. The murder of socialite Victoria Abner, found lifeless in her own home, was a mystery begging to be solved. And Patrick? He seemed to smell opportunity in the aroma of fear and despair. Sheriff McAllister, a man who looked like he'd rather wrestle a grizzly than deal with CBI interference, was clearly not on board with the whole psychic consultant thing. But when you're dealing with a murder that has serial killer stamped all over it, you take help where you can get it. With the stage set and the players assembled, the real game began. A twisted game of cat and mouse between a killer playing God and a consultant who seemed to see right through their facade. Inside the opulent Tolliver mansion, secrets clung to the expensive furniture like dust bunnies. Everyone was a suspect, each with their own carefully constructed alibi, their carefully crafted masks. There was the grieving husband, drowning his sorrow in a bottle of scotch and a haze of disbelief. His performance was almost too perfect, the picture of a man shattered by loss. Then there was the daughter, a teenager teetering on the precipice of adulthood, all anger and resentment simmering beneath the surface. Had her teenage angst morphed into something far more sinister? And let's not forget the staff. The loyal housekeeper who knew all the family's secrets, the disgruntled gardener with a grudge, even the quiet, unassuming neighbor with a penchant for peeping through windows. Each one of them had a story to tell, a motive they were desperate to hide. The air crackled with unspoken truths and carefully constructed lies. Jane, never one to follow the rules, thrived on chaos. He manipulated, provoked, and pushed, all with the aim of unearthing the truth hidden beneath layers of deceit. He honed in on the victim's best friend, a flamboyant woman with a penchant for red dresses and gossip. Their interactions were a masterclass in passive-aggressive warfare, a delicate dance between revealing too much and not enough. He challenged the grieving husband, questioning his alibi, suggesting an affair, pushing him to the edge of his carefully constructed composure. The man cracked, revealing a flash of anger that spoke volumes. But was it the anger of a grieving husband falsely accused, or something more? The line between truth and fabrication blurred with every carefully chosen word. And then there was the daughter, the seemingly innocent bystander, caught in the crosshairs of tragedy. Jane saw through her facade, recognizing a kindred spirit, a manipulator in the making. He played her like a finely tuned instrument, drawing out her secrets, exposing her vulnerabilities, and forcing her to confront her own demons. Section 4. The power of observation, suggestion, and a little trickery. Just when you thought you had it all figured out, Jane pulled the rug out from under you, revealing the true killer with a flourish worthy of a magician. It wasn't the obvious choice, the one you suspected all along. No, Jane dealt in the art of misdirection, leading you down a path paved with assumptions and preconceived notions, only to slam the door shut on your expectations. The killer, exposed, was a study in ordinariness. They blended into the background, a chameleon in a world of peacocks, their motives as mundane as jealousy and greed. No elaborate schemes, no grand pronouncements of madness, just a simple, brutal act fueled by the darkest impulses of the human heart. In the end, it wasn't psychic abilities or supernatural intuition that cracked the case. It was Jane's keen observation, his ability to read people like books, to see the truth hidden in plain sight. He understood the power of words, the way they could be twisted and manipulated to elicit a desired response. The episode concluded with the weight of justice, or at least a version of it, crashing down on the guilty party. The arrest was almost anticlimactic, the culmination of a carefully orchestrated symphony of manipulation and deduction. Yet a lingering unease remained. Had justice truly been served? Or had Jane, in his pursuit of the truth, merely rearranged the pieces on the game board? As the dust settled and the sirens faded into the distance, we were left with a profound sense of unease. Patrick Jane, the enigmatic puppet master, had played us all. He had exposed our vulnerabilities, our preconceived notions, and our willingness to believe in the unbelievable. And in doing so, he had held up a mirror to the darkest corners of our own psyches. The real mystery, it seemed, wasn't who had committed the crime, but who Patrick Jane truly was. Was he a force for good, a modern-day Sherlock Holmes using his unique talents to bring criminals to justice? Or was he something else entirely, a master manipulator who danced on the edge of morality, using his gifts to serve his own ends? The answer, much like the man himself, remained an enigma, shrouded in mystery and intrigue.